So many podcasts about this league, and you still haven't heard it all. It's Friends of Madison Fantasy with your friends Bergh and Schaal.
All right, welcome to Friends of Madison Fantasy, the first ever podcast here with your friends Bergh and Schaal. Schaal, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I think this podcast has been a long thing coming. There's been murmurs going around the league, and they want something fresh. We'll leave it at that.
All right, well, hopefully we get a lot of listeners, and would like to respect all our friends in the league at the same time. So, Schaal, first thing, we just had a new trade tonight. Allen Robinson went from Nick to Peter for, was it 8 fab? What'd you think of that trade?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty fair, to be honest. I mean, both, like, A-Rob has underperformed so far, but he does have, I think, a higher ceiling. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference this week. We'll say that.
I agree. I don't think it'll make much of a difference in the short term. I offered Nick 5 fab for Robinson. 8 seemed like a fair amount. I don't think it's too big of a deal.
No.
Let's get started with the weekly awards for week 4 of fantasy football. Let's start with the chump of the week, and this goes to my very own Matt Stafford, who once again had a terrible week. I look back, if I had my opponent's quarterback every week, if we just swapped quarterbacks and my opponent had Matt Stafford, I'd be undefeated right now. So Matt Stafford's my chump of the week, and that one hits home a little personally. The loss of the week, that'd be Alex Toy, your fellow Alex. He had the lowest score of the league this week. Not only that, he was playing Matt Nick, who didn't even start a full lineup. So
yeah, according to Matt Nick, it didn't make a difference whether or not he knew Kamara was out because he had no one to play. His team is riddled with injuries so far. So I don't even know if it would have made a difference if he did swap out Kamara, but it's pretty sad that Toy can't beat a full lineup.
Yeah.
Not even a full lineup, someone not starting their RB1. So
I hope everyone gets the opportunity to play Matt Nick without a full lineup this year. make the league a little more even.
Hey, he's shocking the league though so far.
Reused meme of the week is our next award. I can only think of one, so it's got to be the one that Dan keeps posting.
Yeah, Dan Miller says he is very busy, but I have seen him play, I think, approximately 4 golf courses in the last 2 weeks. So I'm not sure what busy means in his book, but hey, the meme was great. It was just, it was good the first time. We'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Liar of the week. I wonder who this could be. It's Dan again for lying about making a TikTok. You think he's ever going to make it?
I think he'll make it. Will it be good? No. Will he try? No. I think you could give him the rest of the season. I still don't think it would be good or that he would put any effort in it, which is sad. Not like Matt Nick. That man can dance.
Yeah, he can't manage a football team, but he can dance. All right, we're going to go into our projected playoff brackets. It's a little early in the season, but this will probably fire some people up a little. Let's see how it goes. My playoff bracket, first of all, I got Jake as the 1 seed, Matt Herbert 2. I know I'm 1 and 3, but I still think I got a great team, and I'm coming for that 3 seed. And then Cole, Nick, and Dan will be the final 3 teams. And then championship, once my team gets there, it'll be me and Cole, and then I'm picking myself to win. I know
wow.
I'm probably the only person in the league that would agree with that, but I'm still confident in my team.
I love the confidence. I'll say that.
Thank you.
I, for one, as you can see, I'm not confident in my team. I think they're all a bunch of bums, and I think they all should quit football. I think Jake's team is going to win it all. As you can see, you can push it forward. I think I don't have you as high as you have yourself, unfortunately.
That's fair.
But I also, I think we both had Jake and Cole's team pretty high. I think Chris's team is a fraud. We'll get to that later. But I do think he might somehow squeak in. I don't think there's that many good teams. I think it's going to come down to luck.
I think everyone's still got a chance at this point. Everyone is at
Yeah.
most, I believe, one game out of the playoff, and you can always get the most points
Yep.
on the season, which most teams are still alive for at this point. So we'll see how it goes. Lots of injuries, lots of buys to come. It's a long season. Now we're going to project the toilet bowl. I did not think Chris is going to make the playoffs. I think his team is really bad.
Wow.
And, he lost Javante. Now I don't know how he's going to recover. And then I also still don't have very high thoughts about Peter's team. And
He is up 2 games though from the last place, right?
yeah, he is. You're talking about Chris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I don't know. Like I don't think he has a good team. I think he's gotten a little lucky so far, and I think it's just going to be all downhill from here. But I think he's going to win that toilet bowl game. So
I think we're gonna have someone in common in our consolation bracket.
let's find out. Milk and
The
Peter.
man, the myth, the Peter. Yeah, I have Peter and Milk. I think Milk's team is also bad. I think Peter's team is bad, but I think Milk's is worse. And if he wants any tips on running the beer mile, he can give me a call. I also owe him $5, which reminds me. So I'll send that over, Milk.
I don't know about Milk's team. I think it's better than his record shows. I don't think he manages it very well. But if a beer mile's on the line when he makes it to that consolation bracket, I think he's going to start trying, and they'll beat out Chris and Peter and some of the teams that are just barely making it by right now. All right, this next segment, I'm going to give you rapid fire questions. You've got 60 seconds. Answer these questions as fast as you can. If you pass them, we can try to go back to them. But I've only got like 11 or 12 questions, so don't be too fast. You ready?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, the time starts now. How much fab would you have paid for Allen Robinson?
3.
All right. What's more likely, an Eagles Super Bowl or a Schaal buckle?
Eagles Super Bowl.
Is Carson Wentz good?
No.
Who's a worse fantasy manager, Milk or Matt Nick?
Matt Nick.
How much can Chris bench?
285.
Who do you think's better, Debo or Juicy Jeff?
Juicy J.
Name 3 players on the Jaguars.
Trevor Lawrence, Captain Kirk, and Travis Etienne.
Nice. Will Milk listen to this podcast?
No.
Boxers or briefs?
Briefs.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Top Gun.
And you're out of time. Nice job. Nice job.
Thank you. Was that all of them or no?
Yeah. There was one left. Name the Dolphins running back. I honestly don't know who it was. That's why I wrote the question.
I wanted to say Cam Akers, but that's the Rams. I don't. Oh, is it? Starts with a G, right? What's his name? I actually don't know.
Look it up on the side.
Oh, it's Chase Edmonds.
Okay. Let's get into listener mail. This is our last segment for this first episode of the podcast. Even that we put out a notice for mail, and 3 people delivered. So I haven't read these yet. Let's see who wrote in. First, we got Richard from Rhode Island. He said,
Okay.
If you redid the draft today, who would be the number 1 overall pick? So let's say we're starting the league today. Who would you pick number 1 overall if you had that first pick?
From what I've seen so far, I think it would either be probably Saquon or Austin Eckler.
Okay. I was thinking 2 different guys, actually. Jonathan Taylor's been disappointing so far, but I still think he's going to turn it around, and he's just consistent. There's not a lot of injury risk or bench risk there. So I like him. And then also I really like Cooper Kupp still. I think he's just guaranteed points every week. I think
you would take him above all the running backs?
That's the tough spot. I think he's just consistent enough, and you know what you're getting with him. That I think it's a very safe. Like, I would not be upset taking him number 1 overall.
Yeah, I always have trouble drafting wide receivers above running backs in the first round. I just think they're so hard to come by, like a good one. But Cooper Kupp has been great, so can't go wrong with him. Good question, Richard.
Yeah. Thanks for sending that in. Next, we got Deb from Idaho. She says Chris is 3-1, but it's low in most power rankings. Do you think his team is good?
Deb, do not think Chris's team is good. I think he'll still make the playoffs, as I showed earlier, but I don't think he has a chance of winning.
All right. I'm with you. I don't think he's going to make the playoffs. I think his team's a fraud. It's only 4 weeks into the season. I think there's a lot of losses to come for him. Sorry, Chris. Nothing personal. We just don't like him.
The problem with Chris's team is he has no wide receivers at all.
And now he lost Javonte now too.
That hurts him. He has a lot of running backs, but
he doesn't have a quarterback either.
And it seems like this year people are scoring the most points by their wide receivers in this league, which is probably how it always is. But and the fact that he has none hurts him.
Sorry, Chris.
Ready
to move on to our last listener mail?
Yeah.
Oh, this is from Ryan from New Jersey. I hate that guy. Oh my God. He says, "Hey, idiots. Why would you start Amari Cooper over Breece Hall last week? Who are you going to start this week?" I think this one's for you, Schaal. You want to take it away?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to get this question from Ryan. He's kind of been a big fan of mine. I think I let him down this year, though, which is tough. I shouldn't have started Breece Hall. I started Amari Cooper because he was playing great the last 2 weeks, and I thought he would put up more than 1 point. I have no explanation. I will be starting Amari Cooper, though, again this week. So I'm not sure if Ryan's going to like that.
All right. Well, Ryan, thanks for sending in the question. I still don't like you, though, but I appreciate
He's a
the
valued
support.
listener, and I think he might be switching platforms. So
I appreciate that. We'll take any listeners we can get right now. But that's all I had prepared for the podcast this week. You got anything else, Schaal? Anything you're looking forward to this week?
No, I just got a couple little comments. This podcast, it's not like other podcasts. We will take suggestions. You can send them in to either Bergh or I, and we're willing to adapt. So if there's something you liked, didn't like, let us know. And our whole goal is to make it short, sweet, and to the point, and give you guys content every week.
Yeah, thank you. It's called Friends of Madison Fantasy because we're everyone's friends. And we hope we get a lot of people calling in, asking questions, sending in that listener mail. We really appreciate that. All our friends and Ryan from New Jersey. So thank you all for listening, and we hope to see you again.
We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye, Schaal. Bye, friends.